when you have magic.
Hello, 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 and happy Sunday or Sunday night, or for some people, it could even be tomorrow. Australia, I think, is tomorrow. Hello, how are you doing? It's so good to see you. Um, I've got the chat area open, so if you want to make a chat, send a chat. It'll be right beside the happy alpaca, which we worked on last night and I finished because I couldn't leave it alone. But I didn't want to be loud and wake up my kids. So we finished our happy alpaca logo last night, and right before I went to bed, I grabbed this. I had. Why is it doing this to me? It's doing it again. Why does it keep doing this? No, that is not what you're supposed to be grabbing. Can you please behave and grab the actual window that I want you to grab? Thank you. Let's see if it'll let me transition today. Yes, it worked. Okay, so I sketched this lovely little happy alpaca last night before I went to bed, and I'm gonna just really quick. Sorry, I've worked on a couple of other things since I sketched this last night, so I'm just gonna throw on a cute little, because my little happy alpaca plush has this really adorable little blanket across his back. So I'm gonna add that in. And we're just gonna give it a little weight. So, how are you guys doing today? I am doing horrible. I am regretting staying up so late last night. But it was worth it. I actually was up because I think I stopped the stream at 3-ish this morning, and I was up probably until 5:20 a.m. working on all of this. So I'm gonna make the background darker color here because I want today I'm making a banner for my page, but this is also going to be an adorable sticker. So we are going to make the background darker, and I want the style to be cohesive. So I want to use the same style and the same colors that I used yesterday on my logo. Oh, that is some loud noise. I think my youngest is playing in her toy kitchen that Santa brought for Christmas, and she's making a little noise. She's a loud cook. I feel sorry for her kids one day. So we got that. So I've got my base color, and I think I'm just gonna jump right in and go for it. Let's reduce the opacity here. I think. Oh, my little cook is bringing me something. She brought me her pretend money. $2. She's tipped me. Aww. My little one has given me a tip. Now you guys will be able to tip soon. I'm still waiting for, because I didn't set up a PayPal for my business, and because I want to try to be more legit with what I'm doing, I do have an LLC, so I am working on making sure that I am covered business-wise. So my PayPal account is not currently set up. So we're still waiting for all that to finish doing its thing. Alright, so what did we learn last night when doing all of this? We learned to use a smaller brush, and to work as though we're doing line art. That way our edges are nice and smooth. And I'm just gonna basically do the whole head here. So I'm gonna try to make this as smooth and straight as I can. I'm not really good at, drawing big lines, because see, my lines are not very straight, or I feel like my hand wobbles a little too much. So I'm not good at doing what most YouTubers do when they make these huge grand gestures and go over it a million different times, and I just don't have the patience for that. So I'm a sketcher at heart. I really love sketching. So this is me sketching. My daughter just brought me another $1. She's tipping me. She's tipping me. You should tip me too. Really, once I get tipping set up, I really look forward to being able to accept tips and donations. And I even have, let's see, I'm going to show you. I recently, because I'm doing Streamlabs, I have actually set up all the widgets and stuff. So I have my tip jar. So I'm gonna add that right now, and let's see. Let's think about what we should do with our tip jar. So here, I'm just gonna go straight to display capture, and we're gonna figure out this tip jar thing. So, do we want it to be like a plinko or something like that, or what's this one? Oh, that looks like one of my mugs from, so we have tip jar, wine glass, no, I don't like that one, martini glass. I'm not a fan of that one. What about this one? It's a little bit larger. No, I don't like the shape. This one? Yeah, I think I like that one. So let's go to the manage jar. Which follows YouTube subs. Actually, nope. We're gonna go to super chats, sponsors. Say hey. Say hey. Speak.
Hey.
Hey. What's your name?
Evie.
Evie. Am I hungry? No. Well, actually, yeah, I am kind of hungry in real life, though.
I can get you some food.
Well, that's very sweet of you, but I think I'm gonna be alright. I'll probably eat later. I'm not feeling too good. Okay?
I'll give you some nice and soft food.
Well, it's not nice for me to eat while I'm on stream, is it? Munching and crunching in everybody's ear?
Mm.
Yeah.
But some people ate on screen.
Yeah. Solidarity Gaming ate on screen recently, didn't he?
Yep. So you can too.
So I can too, because Solidarity did it. Jim, you did it, so I can too, but I'm not going to. Because I don't feel like that's, fair. I don't know. Which one of these should we do? I have no idea what this font looks like, but we're just gonna go with it. Images. Oh, we need to change that. We'll do that later. We'll go with the old one for now. Alright. Let's go with this. Let's test this. Let's see how it does. Destination. Yeah, I think that goes
Here.
okay. Oh! Is that is that a cookie? Or is that a second patty?
That kid. It's me and the sandwich.
Okay, so it's the second hamburger patty. So she just brought me an egg double burger. There's no cheese on my burger.
Oh, I don't have any cheese.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I'm gonna eat this. Nom, nom, nom. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. So
It's for free.
it's for free. Thank you. Wonderful. All right. So now we're gonna go back to this transition and show the tip jar. See, I have the tip jar right here. So you guys can have the tip jar right here. But I can't actually use it right now, so I'm just gonna pause that, and I'm gonna go through and look at some of the other stuff. Oh, why is it not? No, that is not your source. Must remember that Streamlabs is in beta. Streamlabs is in beta. There we go. Done.
Mom, the drinks also for free.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright, so this is what it'll look like. Never mind. We're just not gonna look at that right now. Alright, so let's get back to. Oh, she gave me blueberry juice. Yummy! Family is important. Family is ultra important. Never put aside your family to do anything. Family is the most important thing. Because when everything else is said and done, you'll always have your family. Hopefully. You know, speaking of family, here's what we're going to do. We are going to go on Facebook, and I'm going to take the link because I know she's awake. Let's see if we can get my mom to watch. So my mom is staying with, oh, let's share this real quick. We'll just share. So I'm gonna go through and share some stuff real quick. So I forgot to share it on my timeline that I'm live right now. So I'm gonna invite my mom to watch because I never tell her until after the fact that I am streaming. So, hey mom, come watch me stream our draw. You might learn something. So my mother is getting into art, and she's been doing all kinds of art lately, and I'm very, very proud of her. She's come a really long way. She's open to learning. She's not just, saying, well, I'm going to do it my way, or this is what I'm going to do. So I'm actually very proud of her. I'm going to keep an eye on. I'm going to put my phone up here so that I can see if she messages me back. Hopefully we will be getting, no thanks, I don't want to watch the big game. Goodbye. So I have everything set up so I can see if she messages me. Also, quick shout out to my husband, who is about to go get the groceries when they arrive in just a little bit. And then I am going to have to take a quick break, but I'll put on some awesome music while I'm not in here to put the groceries away. But after that, I will be right back. So let's get back into this line art here, which isn't actually going to be line art. It's just making it easier for me to feel this and have a more, see, I just did one of those things and it just doesn't, oh, I forgot to change that. We're gonna do this. So, yeah, see, I can't do those big swoopy motions very well, because I don't have the patience to fix them if they go wrong. But anyway, I hope that this will give us a more refined edge than we had with Happy last night, because if you zoom in, you can see where it's really uneven, like in the eyes and stuff. So I came over here and I did more of a what I'm doing now for the face, but the eyes I could have done better, I feel. So I'm gonna double check, make sure everything is coming through. Clearly that is not it. Where is it there? Yep, everything's coming through great. And if you're watching, please take a moment to say hello. I do have chat visible, and I will reply. I love to talk. So I actually, I know I've said this before, but for anyone new that's watching, I actually used to work in radio. So I'm used to talking a lot, and my family kind of does a lot of music, and my cousins and my granddad are preachers, so I've always kind of had to be around people that talk a lot. So I had to get used to talking a lot. I used to be really, really shy, but then as I grew older, I became more outgoing, and I really do enjoy doing things like this, like live streaming, and I actually prefer live streaming to recording because I can interact one-on-one as I'm working and not just create a dialogue later on. So let's increase the brush size and fill all this in. So I've laid the sketch over top, so that I have a basic guideline for what I'm doing. So I can see a little more clearly. And I'm doing this way so that when I put, And I actually might bring it up a little bit more here, so that when I put the fluff in, there's a little more room to work with. Because last night when we were putting the fluff in, the way we did it with the brush that we used, it covered very nicely and had a little bit of transparency. And as my husband, David, said, it looked super fluffy and cuddly. And that was exactly what I was going for. Now, the real Happy is not quite that floofy. It's more of a kind of shaggy fluff. But I feel like the way I want to portray him is super fluffy. And in case you were not watching the video last night or have not watched it yet, Happy is my little alpaca dude. He is not, the one that I'm referencing at this moment is not what the alpaca, Happy Alpaca, is based off of. The food's here, yay! Yeah, anyway, it is not what the original Happy was. The original Happy Alpaca was, my daughter was sick, and this was several years ago. I was needle felting at the time. Watched a lot of Macaroon. She was my favorite YouTuber at the time. It was just the ASMR of hearing the needle over and over. I really wanted to try it, and so I started needle felting, and I really enjoyed it, and I still enjoy it. I just don't, get to do it as often. But anyway, I had needle felted this little alpaca for my daughter, and we named him Happy. So that's where Happy Alpaca actually comes from. He was a little fluffy needle felted alpaca that I made for my daughter. My eldest daughter, she is turning 9 in a month, and I'm so not ready. In case you were wondering, I am older. I am 34 years old, turned 34 this past December. So yeah, I'm a mom and a wife, and I'm very happy with that. Anyway, I made her this little plush alpaca, and she named him Happy. And I just thought that would be an awesome name for like a company or YouTube, something like that. So Happy Alpaca became what I call, my company. At first it was going to be a company that did like needle felting, wool products, crochet, and textiles, stuff like that. But I have moved away from that because I just don't have the time to dedicate at the moment to Happy Alpaca the way it was originally intended. So now I thought it would be, a cute out of the box name for my art. I used to have Main Heart Studios, which is what I came up with when I was in 5th grade for my, because I used to do poems and write and do a lot of stuff like that. So Main Heart Studios was what I went under for my poetry and writing, and I had started using it for my art when I was I think I was 16 when I started using it for my art. Wow, that's been 20 years. So yeah, that's where I started using Happy Alpaca instead, because I wanted something that was more, it's gonna stick in your head and you're gonna remember it. Main Heart Studios just doesn't have the same punch as Happy Alpaca. So I had made the previous logo, which was really cute, and I like it. And then we were out shopping at Five Below and saw this adorable little alpaca plush, and I had to have it, and I carried it around with me through the rest of the shopping trip. And my husband saw how happy the alpaca made me. It's actually a llama. I call it an alpaca because of Happy Alpaca. Anyway, he saw how happy the little alpaca plush made me, so he bought it because it reminded me of Happy, the mascot that I had drawn. And then I named him Happy, and Happy became the official Happy Alpaca mascot. So I am redoing all of my channel art and logos so that it reflects the new Happy Alpaca brand, so to say. So it matches with Happy. And as I was saying last night, Happy started a new obsession with me buying alpaca everything and llama everything. Walmart had these new llamas that looked like llamas, They weren't, these big fluffy blobs. They actually had the long neck and the body and everything. And they stand about probably 3 feet tall, I want to say. And I really wanted one, but I think I missed my chance to get one to add to my collection because it's a different type of llama. But it just didn't work out, and that's okay. I'll get another one later. But yeah, I have llama everything right now. Domino's Pizza just sent me a ad. Makes me want to eat it. I love Domino's Pizza. It's my favorite pizza. Ooh, Doodle Date just updated today, and I totally missed that. Doodle Date is basically what got me back into art. I had not been drawing as much, and then I was watching Doodle Date and Danica Seals and their lovely watercolor work and marker work, and just how happy Adam and Steph are. I just adore the two of them. They're awesome. I love Adam and Steph. So, and Steph, she's really been going through a lot. So please keep them in your thoughts and prayers. They're just wonderful, kind, adorable people. So now I want to shade this. How do I want to do shading? Do I want to do the hard light overlay, or do I want to do... I'll just do like I did last night. I'm pretty happy with how that came out. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to preserve transparency, and I'm going to shade this. Once I'm done shading this, we're going to take a quick break. I'll throw on some really great music, and I'm going to turn off the mic, and I'm going to go unload the dishes. Unload the dishes. What am I saying? Not unload the dishes. Put away the cold food that I ordered. We do shipped now. Grocery delivery is awesome. I don't have to worry about getting out and spending more money that I don't have just to get food. And because when you go out and you shop in person, I've noticed that... Why did that not look transparency? Undo. Anyway, I've noticed that when you go out and you go grocery shopping, you end up buying things that are really not on your shopping list, because you see it and you're like, oh, that looks delicious. I must have it. I need it in my life. Or at least I do, and my husband does. So using Shipt, not sponsored, but please sponsor me, Shipt. I will totally love to be sponsored by you. Because I use Shipt religiously. I love Shipt. I've saved probably $100 a week just by not going and buying my own groceries. Being 100% honest here. Shipt has saved me so much money. And time, because I'm not taking, that hour-long trip to go and buy my groceries for the week, and I'm able to sit here like today and stream and do other things and spend more time with my family that is not centered around running errands, so we can do more fun things together, which I guess that's one of my goals for this year, is to do more fun things as a family and focus on being together as a family. I think that's super important, that you take time to be together and learn each other and find out what's going on in each other's lives, because that's time that you can't get back no matter how bad you want to. And after losing my godmother, I realized that time is really precious and it's gone too soon, and you don't know when it's going to be the last time you say goodbye to that person or tell that person you love them. So you really should cherish every single moment, because it really could be your last. And so this year I really want to focus on knowing what my children are thinking, what my husband's thinking. What are they upset about? What are they focusing on? What's important in their lives right now. And I also want to focus on making memories. I want to make so many memories. I want to make all the memories. I want to have things that when I'm gone, my kids can look back and say, oh man, we did this and this was so much fun. And, mom took the time with us to make those memories. Because those are the things, those good memories are what's going to get you through when someone passes. Looking back and remembering all the fun times that you had. And it really, really helps. It's helped me a lot looking back at the things that I used to do with my godmom. Like, she used to make this amazing breakfast, and I'm really hungry, but I'm not feeling well, so I haven't really eaten anything. But my godmom used to make these amazing breakfasts, and she would take eggs, and she would cook eggs and sausage and bacon, and then she would make homemade from scratch buttermilk biscuits. And those biscuits, honestly, they're to die for. They were the absolute best biscuits. And she would always make her mom canned preserves. So we would have fresh preserves, homemade preserves, and honey, and we would have that with our biscuits. And then she would make a cheese sauce, homemade cheese sauce, to go over the eggs. And she would do this like every time that I visited. Every couple days she would make a breakfast like that. And during the summer I would spend basically the entire summer with her. We had so many memories. I started watching Food Network because of her, and now I love to cook. And she is a part of, and I'm gonna cry, I didn't want to cry. She is why I'm who I am, and I would not be the person I am without her guidance and her love. And I'm just thankful to have had her in my life. And that's one of the things that I'm struggling with right now, is those memories, and still processing, her loss. And yeah, it's difficult. Life is hard. But we can't let it stop us or keep us down. We have to keep going and keep pushing through, because I believe that the people that we lose would want us to continue. And yeah, miss them and grieve, but don't let that consume you, So here's me, moving forward. And yeah, so because this leg is behind the other leg, I am going to make it the base color a little darker so you can see it better. And the sun won't be catching it, the way that the sun would be catching this area right here. And I make all these hand motions and you cannot see them. I don't know why I do it. Alright, so we're going to take this and smooth that out a little bit. Alright. Let's preserve transparency and choose our darker color. Go in with this and shade, just like we shaded the rest. And I think we might even go one shade darker, just to make sure that it shows up a little better. I'm gonna go one shade darker than this. I'm sorry for crying and blubbering. I'm still very emotional over everything. It's only been a month, so I'm still processing. Don't mind me. Everything's fine. Everything's all good. And now looking at that, I'm going to change the brightness on it because I'm not happy with it. And once again, that's why I love working in Photoshop or digitally, because if something doesn't come out quite right, you can just hop on here and make it right. There we go. I think that's better. You can still tell that, actually I think I want to take the saturation down on that a little bit. Maybe it's just a little too, because I mean the actual color of his face and everything is not cream, it's white, but white is just, I feel personally, too harsh. So if I can avoid using just straight if I can avoid using just straight white, I will. And I feel like the more cream color softens it a little bit. So I'm going to leave you with this for a moment. Turn on some other music. Let's see. This one? No, let's go with this one. Or maybe something here. How about this one? Or let's see, where's the other one that I used to love? I have no idea, I can't remember. We'll go with that. Alright, I'm gonna turn this up. And I will be back shortly. How is that even still coming through my mic? I have no idea. Okay, now it's not coming through anymore. So there we go. I'm back, and I put some food in my stomach, some soup. We'll see how that does. Okay. Now, let's see. I'm just gonna check real quick because I am not sure if this is actually showing up properly. So I'm gonna take a minute and do some stream check. See if everything is actually coming through. That worked out. Okay, so all the food is put away. There is food in my stomach now. Took a couple of bites of soup, and let's see if that, is that better? Is that better? Yeah, I think that's better. Okay, let's see if that settles any better. Back to work. Photoshop. And I don't know if I'll finish this on stream today. I may, stop streaming for a little while and go do something else. Balance is pretty important, so you don't want to, overdo it. I'm trying really hard not to overdo it. Okay, so I've done that, so now I need to go back to the new logo and grab this color. And go back to the banner. And now we're gonna make a new layer. We're just gonna start adding fluffies. This is so fun to do. Now, one thing I am not gonna do is I'm not gonna use the same brush size for all of it this time, and I think I'm gonna leave an area back here for me to. I'm gonna go in and put in a few big fluffies. Put that there. A couple of pretty big fluffies. And make it look a little more fluffy. So I'm gonna put in some of the bigger, more important fluffs that make up the bulk of what he looks like. And then I'm going to come back and do like smaller fluffies. Floofy. Oh, I don't want that to be there. Edit. Undo. Edit. Step back. Step back. So I'm going to do that on another layer. Alright, so I'm going to do that one. I'm going to do a couple of these little here. Actually, since that's a different layer, I can that the layer in between these. Let's make this a little more fluffy around these edges here. Oh, you brought me a doll. What doll is this? Oh, it's Twilight Sparkle.
I don't need my glasses right
She needs
now.
her glasses on. Let's put her glasses on.
Can you take that little thing off?
The rubber band?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can take the rubber band off.
How did it get on there?
It got on there because it was holding the glasses to her head. Yeah.
Don't we need the glass?
There you go. She's really cute.
Hey, I want to be right down with you.
Twilight Sparkle wants to watch me work, guys. Let's see, we're gonna...
Can I be in the video too?
Can you be in the video, or can Twilight be in the video?
Twilight wants to be in the video.
Twilight, you want to be in the video? No, I'm sorry you can't be in the video, but you can sit right here and watch me. Okay, she's gonna sit when you have kids. let this be a lesson to you. When you have kids, you have kids. Let's put a couple of smaller little goofs in here. Some bigger fluffs. So we're just gonna throw in these fluffs here and the fluffs up here. Finish out this portion, the fluffies.
Twilight's my mom.
Okay.
This is called my hair.
Alright. Well, listen, can we play dolls later, honey? Yeah, I'm just gonna have to break it. What am I doing? I have scissors. Oh, crap. Don't touch the scissors. These need to go away.
I just got them for you, so you wouldn't have to.
No, it's not stuck anymore. Okay. Listen, why don't you go play with this Twilight, please? Thank you.
Mom, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, honey.
She's so cute. Oh my goodness, kids are so awesome. You're probably not thinking that she's very awesome right now because she's disturbing the stream, but that was really adorable, honestly. She has two Twilight dolls. One is her sister's, her older sister's. Because I kind of like, they're both into the same thing. So instead of them fighting over toys, I just buy them the exact same toys. And then, you know, there's no fight. But I just tend to, she's got both of them and she's pretending that one of them is the mom and one of them is the kid. She's being very dramatic at the moment. It's actually really cute. No, Evie, no. Evie, Thank you. Random grunting noises. Oh, any mom really wants, right? So I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna do this body here, and then I'm gonna do some fluff here on a different layer. My husband is settling down for his Sunday afternoon nap, and I don't like where that is, so I'm gonna bring this down further down here and make the big cheeks a little more down here. Yeah, like that. Because Happy, the plush alpaca, he has these giant, puffy cheeks. So we have our alpaca here, this version of Happy, some nice, fluffy, adorable cheeks. It just sounded like Oaken from Oaken's Trading Post just then. What? So we go to Disney a lot because we live in Florida. And if you ever go to Disney and you're a big fan of Frozen, do not choose to skip the line. For at least one ride, go through the line for Frozen Ever After. You will not regret it. It was 100% worth it. It's very enjoyable. So that's gonna be a different layer. So I'm just gonna put that right there. Yeah, okay. Anyway, because you get to travel through the city of Arendelle, and there's some really neat little surprises all throughout the city. Specifically, Oaken's Wandering Trading Post is in the city, and they've done some really cute stuff with Oaken's Trading Post. There is this little window to the sauna, and every once in a while he'll draw pictures and he'll actually talk while you're in line. I mean, it can be up to a 2-hour wait during the busy season, but I've not been disappointed. I really enjoy. Lately they've really been making the wait in line kind of worth it. The only one that I have a lot of trouble waiting in line for is Pandora, because while there's stuff to see, it's almost always a 2-hour wait. And I promise you, the fast passes for those, they sell, well, they don't sell, but they fill up almost immediately. So it's near impossible to get a fast pass for that. but that one's really annoying to wait in line for. Really annoying. One time half of the ride broke down, because the way Pandora works is you have these different, the flight of the Banshee. The way it works is you have different pods that you're in, and those pods have they have, like, some of them are stacked on top of each other, and there's, I think, 12 or 14 different pods. Correct me if I'm wrong if you go more often and know more about it than I do. I don't know a lot about it. But yeah, there's a bunch of different pods that you can go on, and I don't know why I did that. I'm just gonna do step back, step back, step back. Okay. So there's different pods, and one time we went and we were in line, and we had already been in line for like probably an hour and a half. We were pretty far into the line at this point. We were probably only about 30 minutes from we were about 30 minutes from being on the ride at that point. So the ride, part of the pods broke down. So it was really frustrating because we had already waited for an hour and a half, and the line didn't move for about 30 minutes, and then it started moving again. And it was really frustrating. That is really the only line that I really don't like waiting in at Disney, just because it's really annoying, because you can be in there for such a long time and then half the ride breaks down, so you're stuck. We waited another 2 hours before we rode the ride. So now every time we go, we try very hard to get the fast pass. Sometimes if you continually refresh while you're at the park throughout your day, you can get lucky and find a fast pass that somebody else has canceled, or sometimes the entire ride will break down and everybody will cancel their fast pass and end up doing something else. And so you end up actually being able to get their fast pass, and you can get on the ride that way. So we've done that a few times, and my husband is amazing at it. He almost always gets us on the ride every time we go. And I'm excited because my youngest, she had a growth spurt since we went this time last year. Actually, this weekend is her first visit to Disney, and so she a year ago this weekend marks her first Disney visit, and she was not tall enough to ride basically anything in the park at that point. So there was a lot that she couldn't do. And then shortly after she started school, she had this huge growth spurt in August, and like, she's so tall now for a 6-year-old. And she can ride almost everything. I think there's only 2 roller coasters in the park that she can't ride. So she's really enjoying Disney right now. But yeah, if you ever are going to Disney, don't be afraid to send me a message on here or a comment and ask questions, because I've been there a lot. And especially in the past year, we had been going almost every weekend because we ended up getting annual passes. And I'm gonna get rid of this stuff. See? Yeah, I think that works. Alright. So I filled in that. And I'm probably gonna make this on another layer. So I'm gonna fill this in a little bit more, so that there's plenty of room for when I actually do put that in. I want to make sure that that's nice and solid. Alright. Boom, 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 boom. Let's take out this layer and make sure we're solid here. I think that does it. I think Happy's ready to be shaded. Shade Happy. Alright. So, you know what? I think I'm just gonna do this here. Do one big one over here. So I'm gonna start on this layer first, the under layer. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna grab the base color. Just darken it a little bit. I'm just going to add just a little bit of shadow here, so we get an idea of where everything is. I'm going to preserve transparency on this layer. So I want to get an idea of where the edges are that I set up here. There's one. And then there's this one. And this one. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of the guidelines. And I'm just going to go crazy on shading. I'm going to bring this down here. This, and I'm just going to add some big bulky. I talked about this yesterday, or sorry, it was actually this morning. Talked about adding weight. So you want to figure out where, you know, the circles are that make up the fluff, because Happy's fluff is made up of a lot of like big balls of wool. You see that has dimension, so the point is to make sure you're giving it dimension and weight. So you want to find out where all the little fluff pieces are. Like there's I don't like that. Step back, step back. I love the fact that I can undo all of my mistakes. If only life had an undo button. Find out where all your little flukes go, and just add some basic shadows and weight, and we'll go back in and blend it out a little later. We're going to do this on the bottom layer first. And then we're going to go into the top layer. And do that because I want to make sure, you know, that we get some more realistic, well, not really realistic, but we just want to separate it more. Alright, there's that. Now let's go here, preserve transparency, and just start adding in weights. Not sure, whatever, it works. So you're just going to go in and define the shapes a little bit more. So we get an idea of where, you know, every little fluff ball is. And we'll go in and smooth it out a little bit. And you know, you don't have to define every fluff ball. Like some places there will be just, because of how everything falls, there will be just like these big areas of shadow because there's no light hitting them. The light is coming from this direction. It's my default direction. I know. I should be a little more creative. It's my default direction of light, and I just usually roll with that. I wonder what that is. Oh, it's because I have preserved transparency over there. Okay. I'm just gonna fill in this area right here a little bit because I didn't like how fluffy that was. And we'll turn that back off. Or on, sorry. So here's a big floofy guy. I'm just gonna add a little floof there because I misjudged. And this is a big floofy guy. So you want to find out which floofs are out in front and which floofs are kind of toward the back. This big floof here is out in front, this one's toward the back. So you just define the shapes a little bit more and then go in and add extra shading where it's needed. Big floofy guy and just a little floofy guy. Floof. Floof is life. Okay, so I have put up a poll, so if you could take a minute, vote on the poll. I'd like to see what you think. Excuse me. What do you think? Do you think that llamas are adorable? Do you like llamas? I like llamas. Obviously llamas and alpacas. Do you like them? What do you think about them? Are they adorable? Are they awesome? Or are they gross because they spit? You know, I want to know these things. What do you like? And you can chat or comment. If you're watching this at a later date, you can comment. Let me know what you think about llamas. I love llamas. I think they're adorable and floofy, and floofy is life. Must have the floofs. I love floofs. I love basically anything floofy. Because I'm floofy. I'm very floofy. Because I don't have any defined shapes in here, so I get to just come up with them. This one's mostly shadow, and then there's going to be this one here that's really fluffy. So I used to have this adoptable site, and it had these little like cloud sheep on it. I'm probably going to bring it back at some point. I would like to work on it again, but I just haven't had the time for it lately, and I don't want to start it if I don't have the time to dedicate. So once I get more settled in doing, you know, YouTube and my other projects, I will be going back to my Adoptables website. But at the moment, yeah, this is what I'm working on. Anyway, my Adoptables were these cute little cloud sheep. So like everything was floofy like this, and this literally takes forever, and I hate this part of the process, really, because I can shape this a little more. This isn't just spot. It's important to use, different shades and different shadow colors. I'm going to go back in over this with my new layer set to hard light and change the transparency so that it's it's more transparent, and that's how I prefer to do shadows for the most part. Feel like you have to go in and define this yourself, and you don't want to press too lightly. You want to too heavily. You want to be very light with how much pressure you use. So I'm starting out by just defining where the floof is going to be, and then going from there. And I think I'm just going to have this dark floof area. I'm going to throw on this so I know where I need to put some shadows, because it's right here. Go back over very lightly, like oil painting, basically. You go back over very lightly to blend, and I'm just going to throw in some random shapes here so that where some of the floofs are going to go on. It's going to be like a small area between. You don't have to add a lot of detail, you just have to put like the idea that something is there. And then you go back in and you define it more with more shadow, and then you add highlights, and you can, it all comes together. Like, I remember watching Bob Ross, and he would make something look absolutely amazing, and then he would do something and it would totally mess up the way it looked, and it'd be like, oh my goodness, the whole painting is ruined, why would you do that? And then, because like right now it doesn't look very, it's figuring out how to go to that, from that to that, So we're gonna go in. Right now we're just defining shapes. We're gonna go in and darken everything and blend everything a little bit later. I got a message. Give me a second real quick. I need to check this. Wow, I missed a lot of messages. Oh. So just letting my friends know that I'm streaming right now, because apparently they don't check my messages. Okay. Also, I do have a Discord. I gotta get the link for it and post it so that you guys okay. Yeah. I forgot what I was saying. Let's get back to work. Oh, my hands are cramping. I might have to take a break. These goofies are killing my hands and my brain. Doofy doofy. Doofy foof 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 foof. Floofies. Make sure I can see my chat in case anybody pops in. Little floofs, big floofs, little floofs, big floofs. Make sure to make room for all the little floofs. Let's just keep them big. Okay, let's put a couple more blobby spaces in. That to be one big blobby space. That's going to be one big blobby space. And that's one big blobby space. Okay, I think I'm happy with the blob spaces. So let's get rid of the line work again. And go in with a slightly darker color and start refining. So I'm going to go with my smaller brush again. And basically what I do at this point is I make a bunch of like tiny little tiny little scrubby motions, and that kind of helps simulate like texture for the floof. And I am using, in case you were wondering, I am using the Danica Seals brush set from her website. It is free, and I definitely suggest it if you do anything that's more painterly. And I like her sketch brush and her her sketch brush and the scratch motions. I like the sketch brush and the line art brush, pen brush, and then what I'm using right now for the whole painterly look here is the lighting brush, lighting and shading. Just gives me the look that I'm going for with this. scrubby dotty motions with brush. Get you what you're looking for in texture. So let's just away at that. And you can already see how we're starting to get more of a texture. David has officially gone for his Sunday afternoon nap, so it's just me and the kids. Scrubby dotty textures. Scrubby dotty textures. Let's see, where's the edge? There it is. I'll probably have to make this one even darker. Because it's not going to show up once I go back through. Because I want to make sure to show that this is, you know, a completely different layer. So each of these big circles, as you can see, is made up of a bunch of tinier circles, which is what the scrubby dotty motion gives the texture of it. So by doing that, we give it more mass and break it up more. Like the fight I'm about to have to break up between my kids, because I can just feel it. They're starting to get fussy. Alright, so we're going to go back to the top layer, and we're going to put in some more scrubby dotties. Show that it's made up of a bunch of scrubby dotties. A bunch of smaller. Especially in those big blob areas where we put a bunch of shadow, it's important to like bury the scrubby dotty motion so that it shows that it's made up of a bunch of smaller fibers in that area. So now we can start to see it all coming together. So what I'll do is I do these little dotty motions, and then when I go back in with the hard light, I will the hard light overlay, I'll go in with a bigger brush and go over the darkest areas, and it brings out more of the texture and shading. Like in this little dark area here where I put these little dots, it'll show up better. I love where I live in Florida. It's like spring here right now. So right now it's the afternoon and the sun's setting, and you can hear the birds whistling, and it's just so peaceful. So you can already see a difference in the texture of the wool. It looks much more like wool, and more like you can tell that there are lots of individual fibers that are making up the one big ball of fiber. Alright, let's move down here. It takes a lot of patience to do this kind of shading and the painting type. Oh, okay, so we're going to take a quick break. I did want to show you guys, I remembered what I wanted to show you last night. So it has been since 2012 was the last time that I attempted this style of art, and I think it's really interesting how my art has grown since that time. So I'm gonna bring that up on my old account. So my old account kind of died. There was a huge jump in my art skill. I think the last time I posted something to it was in 2015. My art skill changed a lot. And there was about a 2-year period, one year period, between the mid 2015 and 2017, where I was very ill and almost died. So there was maybe an entire year where I didn't draw. So I was in bed all the time and I really just didn't even have the energy. So I've changed. Oh, you guys see this. This is adorable. I'm gonna bring up a couple of images. I know it's like not the best, but these are my kids when they were like 4 and 2. Well, 5 and 2. They're roughly 3 years apart. Yeah, 5 years old and 2 years old. I did make their costumes for Halloween one year, and I just have to show you Zoe. She was so precious back then. We're growing her hair back out. It's really short right now, and it really shows her attitude, but I brought a couple of those up so I could show you. Anyway, the last time I did this style was in 2012, and it was of a dragon, and I had really failed forever at drawing dragons, so but for some reason this one actually came out kind of good, and I'm still pretty proud of it. I don't think that I could recreate it and do any better today. So here's this. Capture this display here and transition. So here we go. This is his name is Dio. He was from a dream that I had. So that's Dio. So here is my daughter's Elsa cosplay that we did for Halloween one year. I sewed the entire gown in 24 hours. And it looks like it, honestly. But I was really proud of it. I never want to do scalloped edges again. That was a pain in the butt. But I have to say, for my first ever dress that I've ever sewn, it wasn't too bad. And she was happy with it. And when she ran, the train would just flutter behind her. It was just so perfect. And here they are. They're older now. That's Zoe and Evie. And she's 9 or about to turn 9 in a month. And Evie turns 6 in 1 week. And I have pictures of Zoe when she was Evie's age in this picture, wearing the same exact outfit as Evie is, in the same exact spot. So I recreated a couple of the images. Here she is in Carline in pre-K. She was adorable. We would have to sit and wait for the teachers to come up, so she would come up front and sit with me because we only did a half day and we did the later half of the day. So she would come up and sit with me. And here's my husband and my kids, and we have a picture of him holding Zoe right there at the same age. And right as I was taking this picture, the reason they looked so weird is a cow, because this is at Fort Christmas, it's out in the country, so there's like cows everywhere. You'd heard this really loud and I don't think they'd ever heard a cow in real life before, so they're like, what's that? It was pretty hilarious. So the same year that Zoe was Elsa, I wanted to make Evie like a baby Anna, and she didn't have any hair, so I couldn't really do anything hair-wise at the time. But I made her this cute little dress and took this onesie, and so I hand sewed the cute little dress, and I hand painted it. Gave it some detail. I mean, I know it could have been better, but that was like 4 hours at 3 o'clock in the morning at that point. And there's the cute little onesie. Because we really don't know what Anna was like at that age, so just there's something clicked together. She was adorable. So yeah, that's my kids. And they look way different now. Let's see if I can bring up a picture of what they look like now. I'll transition to this. Facebook, make sure to messages. I can't find some sent pictures of my kids. I have some really good ones from Disney. I'm gonna bring up my photos. I don't know how this works anymore. My photos. Alright, so I'm going to transition to display again, and I'll show you a picture. This is my kids and their best friends, who are also my god kids. So that's Evie, Zoe, Audrey, and Olivia, and they also have a younger. Audrey and Olivia have a younger brother who is a baby, and his name is Kirkwood Jr. We call him King, and then they also have a little sister whose name is Grace, and she is my sweet little baby. I love her to death. She is so precious. So yeah, they hadn't seen each other in a while, so they were very happy to see each other. This was the day that my godmother passed, and we were driving up, and we just happened to run into them, and it was a good break to see them. So that was fun. Grab another picture of them. Evie is a clown. Absolutely, she's hilarious and sassy and funny. So Zoe is very sweet and kind and adorable, and Evie is crazy and funny, and I mean, her personality is just so loud. So I have a couple of cute pictures that I'll go through and show you, as well as their Halloween pictures from this year. So, Zoe was Hermione. My girls are hilarious and precious. Okay, so there are a couple from Christmas and other things, so we're going to go through this just real quick so you can see what the kids look like now. So there's Evie. She decided to be a cute little gift and wrap the bow around herself and put herself under the tree. It's really cute. That's Zoe, who is about to turn 9, and me on my birthday. We went to the movies, and she wanted to take a selfie with Mom. And then Evie had to take a selfie with Mom. That's me. That's what I look like. Hi. And then Zoe did. We were moving some stuff around and unpacking some stuff. We're still unpacking 6 months later after we moved. And she found my cajon and started learning how to play it. And there's Evie. She had to wear a red shirt to school, and she's showing her personal style. It was kind of chilly that day, and we ride our bikes to school, so I didn't want her legs to get cold. And then Zoe went to the ballet. I went to see the Nutcracker with her school class, so she got all dressed up. And she's totally angelic. I adore her. She's precious. She has ASD. She's high functioning autistic. And she's absolutely brilliant and absolutely kind, and it was really hard for them to diagnose her because she doesn't behave like most autistic children do. Cognitively, she's pretty, good. She's pretty much there. But she does struggle socially sometimes, and she has frequent meltdowns. But they're getting better now that we started homeschooling. But the girls had never seen snow before, and Stone Mountain in Georgia does this snow mountain thing every year at Thanksgiving till after Christmas, and they were able to build a snowman, so they enjoyed going and playing in this snow. It's really more shaved ice slush than snow because it wasn't even really that cold. And this is Evie. She's enjoying playing in the snow. We didn't have any warm winter clothes because it's usually pretty mild here, so a jacket's pretty much all you need. This is very cold for them. So they really enjoy playing in the snow. And Zoe is big enough now that she wears junior sizes, so we have matching outfits. It's me and Zoe relaxing, and then there they are up on top of the mountain at Stone Mountain. They really enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun. Zoe was really in her element. And here they are at Halloween. My little Hermione. That is literally a closet cosplay. We had the wands from going to Universal. she had the shirt, and that's her school uniform skirt, and her shoes and socks that she wears to school. And then this was a dress, an Elsa costume that Zoe had gotten at school. She had wanted at school. They were giving them away when she was Evie's age. And we just reused it this year because I had a broken foot and I wasn't able to sew anything. It is literally the first year in 5 years that I did not sew a costume. I'm kind of sad. I don't know why this isn't coming up. It's this one right here. There we go. Another image. Girls being cute. And this is what they wore to school, because I didn't want Evie to mess up, because she gets really messy at school. I didn't want her to mess up her outfit. And they were wearing pajamas too that day, I think. So there they are at school. Evie was wearing her Rainbow Dash and Pinkie Pie pajamas. She loves it. It's got the little Rainbow Dash hoodie and stuff. And she loves those shoes. Those are her rainbow shoes. She outgrew them. She outgrew them 2 months ago. I'm very sad. And here's a picture showing their different personalities. Evie looks more like me. Zoe's starting to look a little bit more like me. She looks a lot like her dad. And this was pajama day at school, and then they had this big fall festival later that night, and we went and they wore their pajamas that they wore that day at school. It was a little warm though. And this was our costume day that when we went to Disney. I let them wear costumes because they were cute, and Evie was a cute little butterfly rainbow mermaid girl. I have no idea. That was rainbows. It was cute. Come on, she's so adorable. How could you not love that face? And then Zoe was a deer, a doe, a deer, a female deer. Because they had this enchanted woodland thing going on for the readathon and everything. So we just reused their costumes from that. She was very hot. She was not happy. But she was so cute. So yeah, those are my kids, and they grow up like way too fast. So we're gonna see if this works. It's probably not. So let's change the capture. Let's change the source again. My source doesn't exist, so I have to go here, and then I have to go here, and then it shows up. It's not showing up. So Streamlabs is in beta, so I should probably turn that down a little bit. There we go. So done transition. So let's get back to work. I know it was actually kind of crazy and boring, but introduce you to my girls so you can know where the cute voices come from. Alright. So I think I'll work on this a little bit more, and then we'll end the stream, and I'll finish Happy off stream, and the next time you see this will be as a banner right here on my YouTube, because this is gonna take forever, and I think I need a break. I think I need to try to eat more and drink some water. So I think I'm gonna go do that. Oh, here's Evie. We were just talking about you, Evie.
Oh.
Yeah. You want to say anything?
Hi.
Hi. I was just showing them pictures of you.
Oh.
Yeah. What picture do you think I showed them?
I think when I was a baby?
When you were a baby? Well, no, I did show them a couple pictures of when you were a baby. But I also showed them pictures of you dressed up like Elsa.
Oh.
And then the time you dressed up as a butterfly.
Oh. That was for Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh, ew.
And she found the slap bracelet. Alright.
Get me show it.
You can't show it. I don't have a camera.
Then how do they see?
They don't. What they see is me working here on the computer. That's the part that they see. They can't see that through the computer.
So, does that mean my sister can't?
No. Is your sister watching me?
Yes.
She's watching me right now?
No, she's
Oh, tell her to watch me on Facebook. She subscribed to me. My own kid isn't even watching me right now. How sad is that? Loser. That's kind of depressing.
He already did that one. He already did that one.
Well, no, she hasn't because I'm still doing it. Oh, did you stop watching me because I stopped drawing? I see. I know, because well, it's still catching up.
Remember I did.
I'm talking about you.
Yeah. And me.
What do you think of my stream? Have you been watching it?
Not a lot. I just
Why
started
not?
it. I didn't know you were
You
there.
gotta support your mom, man.
Uh-huh. Can I try in the chat?
Yes, you can chat to me in the chat.
Okay, I'm going to
So she has YouTube and on her tablet, and she always asks me first, you know, can I chat to this person? Can I respond in the chat? Can I watch this person? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Yay, I've been slap braceleted. Put that one back in. I don't want it to get lost because we might need it for schoolwork. Can you do that?
Slap bracelet on.
Well, I'll keep the slap bracelet on, okay?
Okay.
So I think because my children are getting a little bit restless, I might go ahead and end the stream. I'm getting hungry and it's almost 5, so I think I'm also going to cook supper. I don't know what we're gonna have because they did not bring me the food that I ordered. Well, they brought me the food that I ordered, but I'm missing pork chops. I had ordered pork chops for supper for tonight. I don't know, maybe we'll do spaghetti. Girls, do you want to eat spaghetti?
Yes.
Yes.
Lots of cheese. You better have lots of cheese.
I have lots of cheese. You know me. When do I never have lots of cheese? I always have cheese. I'm like the cheesiest person I know. Wouldn't you say I'm pretty cheesy?
Yes.
You're not supposed to agree.
Is this how you do it? Mom,
You
is
did.
this how
It's
you
not
do it?
showing. So have people been talking to me and I just don't know? Show. Oh, there it is.
What did my sister
Hi,
say?
Zoe.
She did talk to you. Do you see what she said?
So I'm basically just gonna have to check chat every once in a while from now on.
You're the best, Mommy.
You want me to tell Zoe she's the best or you? Yes, because you're not subscribed to me.
Can I get subscribed to you?
No. You'll just have to watch with your sister. Alright.
Hey, Zoe, what's this?
So, or do you want Zoe to tell me I'm the best?
I want my sister to tell me that she's the best.
Aw, you're sweet. Am I really the best?
Yes.
Zoe, am I the best? You're awesome.
Then tell Mom that.
See, my kids are absolutely the sweetest kids on earth. I adore them. They are the best. They make me the best. I'm so blessed and so happy to have them. They're awesome.
And I know that bracelet.
And Evie has a slap bracelet. Alright, well, I'm going to end the stream there because I think it's going to be another hour or two just working on this. And I need to put more food in my stomach and take a break. So, I will see you guys later. I might stream later tonight, or I might just take the night off and spend some time as a family. Aw, Zoe. I love you too, sweetheart. So yeah, so I'm gonna go now. I'll talk to you later, and I'm gonna go spend some time with my awesome kids, and
with my black bracelet.
yeah, and yeah, because I think they're restless. So I will see you guys later. Thank you for watching, and they're being loud. I really need to make an end card that says thank you for watching. Yep. Alright, so the kids are being loud, so I'm going to go ahead and go. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.
Then you have magic. One comes around one today. They don't see things the same. Two walk like two out the door. Then you have magic.